Ignominious. Michelle Obama taught a big lesson for Meghan as forced to alter Netflix film plans. Meghan Markle was reportedly very keen to sign Michelle Obama to her latest project with Netflix, but is now casting her eye towards chat show host Oprah Winfrey, a commentator claims. Meghan Markle's alleged plans of casting former First Lady Michelle Obama in her new animated series have reportedly gone through the pan, after the Sussexes were omitted from the guest list of Barack Obama's birthday party. A royal commentator has claimed that the Duchess is keen to include big voiceover names for her upcoming project, and has now turned her attention to the couple's friend and neighbor, Oprah Winfrey. Royal commentator Neil Sean claimed, "What they really hope to do is get big voiceover names." Now Michelle Obama was one that Meghan Markle was very keen to sign up, but that went through the pan when they didn't get an invite to that spectacular 60th birthday for the former president. "I'm not saying Michelle's now on the back burner, but let's put it this way, the present hasn't been delivered yet, and I kid you not. Now they're casting their eyes around to see who else they could really connect with, and one of the ideas would be their friend for now, loosely speaking, the chat show queen Oprah Winfrey." Barack Obama celebrated his milestone birthday on August 4, with a star-studded bash at his property in Martha's Vineyard. Despite the former president scaling back the party due to surging cases of the COVID-19 Delta variant, a number of high-profile figures descended upon the Obama mansions for the summer soiree. Guests included Beyoncé, director Steven Spielberg, John Legend, and Alicia Keys. Since relocating to LA, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have moved in similar social circles to the Obamas, and share a friendship with the U.S. chat show host Oprah Winfrey. Michelle Obama also voiced her support for the Duchess after their explosive interview with Oprah, praising her for speaking openly about her mental health. Prince Harry and Meghan are currently establishing their non-profit foundation Archie, which is aimed at tackling issues of female empowerment, gender equality and mental health. It is believed that they have taken inspiration from the Obama Foundation, which is focused on community leadership and giving opportunities to disadvantaged children. Royal commentators such as Angela Levin have speculated that the invite snub would have been a blow to the Sussexes. Meghan recently announced her first project with Netflix, an animated children's series which she will executive produce. The series will follow a 12-year-old girl named Pearl, as she embarks on a series of heroic adventures where she will interact with influential women throughout history. Alongside Meghan, David Furnish, the husband of close family friend Elton John, will also executive produce the series, which is likely to be released on Netflix in late 2022. Meghan and Harry haven't got over being snubbed by the Obamas. The comment by royal watcher Neil Sean comes after royal expert Angela Levin, author of Harry, a biography of a prince, claimed that Meghan and Harry haven't got over being left off the Obama's 60th birthday party guest list, and that they won't get over it for many years. The royal biographer made the claim during a recent appearance on talk radio with host Mike Graham. Levin appeared on the show after former President Barack Obama threw a lavish party to celebrate his 60th birthday at his family home in Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. The Obamas invited several celebrity couples, including John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, George, and Amal Clooney, and Beyoncé and Jay-Z, but didn't invite the Sussexes. The Sussexes' absence at the party sparked speculation among royal fans and experts. Obamas didn't invite Meghan to their party out of respect for the Queen. Royal expert Angela Levin claimed Meghan desperately wanted to be the special guest at the Obamas' amazing party, but the Obamas did not invite her and the Duke of Sussex out of respect for the Queen. Levin noted that the Obamas cultivated a warm relationship with the Queen after they met her at Buckingham Palace during the 2009 G20 summit. According to the royal biographer, the Obamas did not invite the Sussexes to their party because they wanted to take a step back from the couple out of respect for the Queen. Camilla Tominey, a royal expert and associate editor at The Telegraph, also claimed that Meghan and Harry's explosive interview with Oprah may not have gone down particularly well with the Obamas because the former first couple put family first. Prince Harry longs to be something other than Prince Harry, according to a royal author, who has experience accompanying the Duke on royal duties. A new YouGov poll found that the Duke of Sussex's popularity in the UK is at the lowest it has ever been. Just 34% of respondents held positive opinions of the Prince in August, compared to 43% in April. He is among the least popular members of the royal family, although Prince Andrew was way below, with just 6% of respondents stating they hold him in high regard. It doesn't get much better for Meghan Markle either. Her approval ratings dropped down to 26%, from 29% in April. The poll surveyed 1,667 adults from a range of political backgrounds and leanings. YouGov noted the Sussexes have seen their ratings fall since the Oprah Winfrey interview in March, as well as poor responses to their statements surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic and the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. Harry and Meghan, of course, quit senior royal duties last year to pursue their own respective career interests. Harry has always had a difficult relationship with the media, which was inevitably shaped by the way his mother, the Princess of Wales, was treated after she separated from Prince Charles and the circumstances around her death. Angela Levin is the author of Harry, Conversations with the Prince. After more than a year covering Harry's royal duties in 2016 and 2017, Ms. Levin took the chance to sit down with the Prince. He stressed early on how he longed to be something other than Prince Harry. Ms. Levin suggested that this could perhaps contribute towards why he may sometimes seem uncomfortable in his own skin. Harry told her he wants to be ordinary, something which has been very clear for years. Ms. Levin explained, however, that Harry can never truly be ordinary. Writing in an updated copy of her book in 2019, before Harry and Meghan quit the firm, she said, "His ordinariness can only be a feature while he has access to several palaces, is ferried around in limousines with blackened windows accompanied by outriders, and uses his incredible contacts to get what he wants. The top people he knows cover a wide cross-section and many do somersaults to ensure his wishes come true." The Sussexes now live in an £11 million mansion in Meghan's native California. The Duke has undergone a remarkable transformation in recent years, ridding himself of the party boy reputation he had in his youth. In a separate interview with Ms. Levin for Newsweek in 2017, Harry said he pulled his head out of the sand. He admitted he sometimes feels like he is living in a goldfish bowl but manages it much better. He stressed the role his mother played in showing him an ordinary life, taking him and William to homeless shelters, McDonald's and the high street. However, Ms. Levin wrote the public do not want Harry to be ordinary. She explained, "Nearly everyone he met during the time I followed him on his royal duties, especially if they were under 30, were in awe that an actual prince had come to see them." Ms. Levin noted Harry's far from ordinary ability to connect with people, and his seamless capacity to ask intimate questions about the state of mind of people he had first met just moments before. Harry spoke of how being royal is far from all it is cracked up to be. "Is there anyone of the royal family who wants to be king or queen? I don't think so, but we will carry out our duties at the right time." It should be noted that this interview took place before the Sussexes stepped down from senior royal duties. The prince added, "If you're born into it as we were, I think it's normal to feel as though you don't really want it." Currently, both Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's popularity has fallen with the continuing fallout from their Oprah Winfrey interview and the poor response to their statement on Afghanistan being blamed. Vicious trolls have attacked Kate and William's charity on social media following its decision to focus more on diversity. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's Royal Foundation is said to be planning to increase its diversity efforts as part of its future charitable endeavors. Its 2020 report, released earlier this summer, said it remains committed to equality and diversity and to ensuring a positive, safe and respectful environment which promotes the well-being and dignity of its employees, applicants, partners, suppliers and those whose interests it represents. The report continues, "It aims to promote equality of opportunity and diversity and to tackle any forms of discrimination, harassment or bullying within its working environment, whether on grounds of age, disability, gender, gender reassignment, marriage or civil partnership, pregnancy or maternity, race or ethnic origin, religion or belief, sex or sexual orientation, and discrimination by association. Rather than praising Prince William and Kate for promoting equality through their soft power, heartless trolls questioned the sincerity of the statements. Reacting to news of their foundation's plans on Twitter, one social media user wrote, "Meaningless prattle, as usual." Another joked, "So they are going to have PPA with short, medium, and long hair working for them?" Meanwhile, a third wrote, "Perhaps someone needs to explain what it means because there is little evidence they truly understand." The report was published after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle accused an unnamed senior royal of racism during their explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey in March. In a statement, reacting to the interview, the Queen said she was saddened by their comments but insisted that recollections may vary. Prince William also publicly insisted that the royals are very much not a racist family in the interview's aftermath. Since stepping back as senior royals last January, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have relocated to California where they have championed diversity. The scandal created around their departure, along with global events including the BLM protests, may have prompted the renewed commitment on diversity. Prince Harry and Meghan are not courting the celebrity world as they try and establish their reputation over in the US, claims a royal expert. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are hoping to establish themselves within the philanthropy world through their organization Archie, according to a royal commentator. Since leaving the royal family in 2020, the couple have signed a multi-million-pound deal with streaming giant Netflix and have announced a number of projects that focus on female empowerment and social justice. Royal expert Nick Bullen said the Sussexes would need to generate huge amounts of money in order to build and maintain their reputation as world leaders. Nick Bullen, the co-founder and editor of True Royalty TV, told Fox News, "Clearly they're making their voices heard in the philanthropy world. We've been hearing that Meghan is keen for some sort of form of political office. I don't think they're necessarily courting the celebrity world as one might think. But at the same time, it's going to cost a lot of money to fund their new lives. And I think that's the big thing now. How are they going to generate huge amounts of money to do what they want to do both personally and professionally? How will they do that without relying on their royal statuses?" The Duke and Duchess of Sussex launched their non-profit organization Archie in 2020, after it was made clear to them that they could not continue with their foundation Sussex Royal. Prince Harry marrying Cressida Bonas would have avoided problems of Meghan Markle era. Prince Harry would have avoided problems he has experienced during his marriage to Meghan Markle by marrying Cressida Bonas instead. Harry dated the British actress for 2 years, but the pair split amicably 2 years before the Duke met his future wife. Harry, 36, and Meghan, 40, tied the knot 3 years ago and started their royal life together, but shocked the world by stepping back as senior royals last year. In a statement, the couple said they planned to split their time between the UK and North America and become financially independent. The pair now live in Montecito, California, where they are raising their son, Archie Harrison, 2, and daughter, Lilibet Diana, 3 months. The Queen confirmed in February of this year that the couple would not return as working royals, after a 12-month review. According to author and publisher Andrew Loney, Harry would have had an easier time had he married his ex-girlfriend Cressida, claiming that leaving the royal family was a move pushed by Meghan. Mr. Loney spoke about his new book Traitor King, The Scandalous Exile of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, and also gave his insight into the situation around the young royals. He said, "Just think of Harry. If Harry had married Cressida Bonas, would we have the problems that we have now? No. They've both gone into exile and they've tried to go into a different life with the perks of the royals without any of the responsibilities." Prince Harry has said it was his decision to step back from royal duties and that he did it to protect his family. He added that he had wanted to live an independent life for many years before he met Meghan. Harry was reportedly introduced to Cressida, an actress and model, at a festival in 2012 by his cousin Princess Eugenie. Eugenie, who is said to have supported Harry and Meghan during their royal exit, was a close friend of Cressida's. Harry and Cressida were reported to have split in 2014. Mr. Loney's new book, Traitor King, charts the highly controversial life of former King Edward VIII, the Duke of Windsor, after he abdicated the throne in 1936. The book claims the Queen's uncle had links to the Nazis and was embroiled in a murder investigation scandal during his time as Governor of the Bahamas. Discussing his latest work, Mr. Loney saw two parallels between Meghan and the Duke of Windsor's American wife, Wallis Simpson. First, like the Duchess of Sussex, Wallis was divorced when she married into the royal family. Second, Mr. Loney said both women were Americans with no sense of traditions or understanding of the British way of life or the monarchy. Unlike Meghan, who engages in charity work and philanthropy, Wallis was a very different character. Turning to the new book Traitor King, it goes further than previous books on the Duke of Windsor in its arguments about his culpability for his interactions with the Nazis. He claims Edward and Wallis were not just unwitting pawns playing into the Germans' hands but were actively engaged with them. Mr. Loney said Wallis had a huge influence on the Duke of Windsor, including his efforts at negotiating peace with Germany during World War II. He said, "She was the driving force, she controlled him, he liked that, she was the boss." I think that was true in both their private life and in his public life. He wanted to prove to her that he could do something, that he could be a player, but she of course encouraged that. She was equally pro-German, she befriended Joachim von Ribbentrop before the war, some people even say she had an affair with him. They both shared very similar views and ambitions. She just basically supported him in all these things and perhaps drove him further on. I think a more sensible woman would have reined him and said, "You can't intrigue against your brother, King George VI, and the crown." But she didn't have any of those things. Traitor King is available via Bonnier Books. US officials recently bashed Prince Harry and Meghan Markle for allegedly trying to destroy the public perception of the royal family. Royal author Andrew Loney says the royal family are in a soft regency period and Prince William and Kate Middleton are stepping up in their position. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have been given a higher role in the royal family due to their popularity, a royal author has claimed. William and Kate are expected to return to royal duties later this week after spending the summer holidays with their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. And with the Queen, 95, appearing to scale down the number of engagements in her diary, William and Kate are stepping up, according to Andrew Loney, the author of several historical books on the royals. He told, "We're in a period of what can be called a soft regency, in effect the Queen is standing back, not doing many roles. The roles that she is doing are being accompanied by Prince Charles, everyone is being prepared for Charles and Camilla. As a result, William and Kate, who seem to be very popular, are stepping into the position that Charles and Camilla had. Because they are, I would say, almost more popular than Charles and Camilla, they've probably been given a higher role." William and Kate are expected to return to London this week ready for the start of the new school year. Prince George and Princess Charlotte attend Thomas's school in Battersea while Prince Louis is a pupil at Wilcox Nursery in Kensington. And it will be back to work for Prince William on Thursday when he will mark Emergency Services Day. He will pay a visit to Dockhead Fire Station in South London, where he will meet emergency responders as well as members of the public, who have been lucky enough to receive life-saving support. Later that afternoon, he will hold a meeting at Kensington Palace about suicide prevention within the emergency services community. The meeting takes place ahead of World Suicide Prevention Day on Friday, September 10th. It comes after reports have suggested that William and Kate are seriously considering moving to Windsor to be closer to the Queen and royal decision-making. Currently, the Cambridges divide their time between their London base of Kensington Palace, where they have their offices, and their country residence of Anmer Hall, in Norfolk, close to the Queen's Sandringham estate. Prince Harry's latest appearance at the 2021 GQ Men of the Year Awards sparked concern in royal fans who said the Duke looked out of it. Prince Harry, 36, delivered a speech blaming masses of misinformation for vaccine hesitancy and calling for jabs to be given to poorer countries. The Duke of Sussex made a surprise virtual appearance at the star-studded ceremony. But royal commentator Molly Mulshine questioned Harry's appearance as she claimed he looked tired. Speaking, Ms. Mulshine said, "I thought he looked a little out of it in his video." Commentator Christina Garibaldi added, "He did look a little tired. They do have a newborn, so maybe he's just not getting much sleep." Ms. Mulshine continued, "His post-true was not great, little bit of a wrinkled shirt. It looked like my dad's tuxedo, which is from a yard sale. But like you said, newborn, 2 kids, it's rough over there in Montecito. He just seemed a little tired." Her comments come after Nigel Farage claimed there is a lack of interest in Harry's upcoming memoir. Prince Harry longs to be something other than himself. Expert. Speaking on Us Weekly's Royally Us, Ms. Mulshine said, "I thought he looked a little out of it in his video." Commentator Christina Garibaldi added, "He did look a little tired. They do have a newborn, so maybe he's just not getting much sleep." Ms. Mulshine continued, "His post-true was not great, little bit of a wrinkled shirt. It looked like my dad's tuxedo, which is from a yard sale. But like you said, newborn, 2 kids, it's rough over there in Montecito. He just seemed a little tired." Her comments come after Nigel Farage claimed there is a lack of interest in Harry's upcoming memoir. Prince Harry will be careful with memoir, says Scobie. Speaking on GB News, Mr. Farage said, "It's done some damage, but I do sense a change." The polls recently, when people were asked about whether they were interested in buying or reading the new book, a vast majority were utterly and completely disinterested. I think that's where we're going with it. Most people I know don't want to hear another word from them ever again. Ultimately, they are discrediting themselves. They are doing it rapidly in this country. It's beginning to happen in the USA as well, where they're nowhere near as popular as they were before. Short term they've hurt the monarchy. Longer term I don't think they're going to make any difference. His comments come as the royal couple were left off Barack Obama's birthday party guest list last month, a move which the royals won't get over, royal expert Angela Levin has claimed. Camilla Tominey, associate editor of The Telegraph, has claimed the Sussexes' interview with Oprah Winfrey has not gone down well with the former US president and First Lady, who always put family first. Prince Harry's mood suddenly lifted when he touched down in Canada and was reunited with his loved ones, according to a passenger on the flight. The Duke of Sussex landed in Vancouver on Tuesday morning before travelling to Victoria International Airport on Vancouver Island. After taking care of official and private duties back in London, Harry had flown to Canada to be reunited with his wife Meghan and son Archie. Although it is not completely clear if it was Meghan who met him at the airport, the prince's mood suddenly lifted when he saw who was waiting for him in the car, said a witness. Harry was one of the first ones off the flight and was carrying his own bag, a woman also on the flight told the Mirror. You could tell after a long flight from London he was tired and agitated, but as he saw the car his mood instantly changed. I couldn't be sure, but it looked like Meghan was in the back waiting for him. Whoever it was, he was very pleased to see them. After BA-85 touched down following a 9-hour 17-minute flight, Harry connected onto WestJet 3185 for the 11-minute journey from the mainland onto Vancouver Island. He had been so eager to see Meghan and Archie he ducked out of a Buckingham Palace evening reception he was supposed to be co-hosting. Meghan had flown out to the Ocean View mansion earlier this month following her and Harry's bombshell announcement they would be quitting as senior royals. Fans of the Sussexes and the royal family have been united in fury as a new film about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's departure from the firm depicted a crass car crash scene infuriating viewers. The new film from US cable network Lifetime, titled Harry and Meghan, Escaping the Palace, has come in for a hounding from fans of both the royal family and the Sussexes, as it depicted Meghan Markle lying injured amongst the wreckage of an overturned car during a nightmare dream sequence in the opening scene of the film. Fans lashed out at the tacky and crass scene, which had many similarities to the tragic car crash that killed Prince William and Prince Harry's mother Diana, Princess of Wales. Escaping the Palace opens with the bizarre dream sequence in which Harry witnesses the aftermath of the crash that claimed the life of his mother, Diana, Princess of Wales. And stills from the movie, that is set to be released across the pond this weekend, have sparked outrage as they reveal that the TV film will open with a dream sequence in which mother of two Meghan will be involved in a car accident. Snaps show actress Sydney Morton, who will portray Meghan, laying in a car wreck surrounded by paparazzi before Prince Harry, played by Jordan Dean, rushes to the car door to open it. In the next scene, the star then wakes up in bed alongside Prince Harry and son Archie. After the photos were seen, many vented their outrage and blasted the film for using the tragedy of Princess Diana's death to create a dramatic scene in the movie. One fumed, "Is this a sick joke? Meghan Markle lies dying after car crash at start of new TV film." Another showed their fury by typing, "This is in bad taste. I don't believe they can make a series like this." A third typed, "Tasteless and abhorrent," in response to the stills. In June, Lifetime released a short trailer for the upcoming film. The movie is set to focus on the whirlwind last few years that the couple has faced. Amid a backdrop of dramatic music, the trailer begins with Harry telling his wife, "I see you literally being hounded to death, and I'm powerless to stop it." His remarks cut between images of the pair as they sit down with Oprah Winfrey, look after baby Archie alongside scenes filmed in what appears to be the palace. In the trailer, Meghan then declares, "I am the person who is strong and gets things right." At another point, Harry wakes up in a cold sweat as he worries about Meghan Markle before later tenderly kissing his wife. The brief clip also features a poignant message emblazoned across the screen that reads, "Not all fairy tales have the perfect ending." Murray Fraser and Paris Fitz-Henley starred in the first film, while Charlie Field and Tiffany Smith took over the roles in the sequel. In the third installment, Jordan Dean plays Prince Harry while Sydney Morton takes on the role of playing Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Commenting on Facebook, one said, "These so-called TV entertainments are doing so much more harm when many really do believe that it is factual rather than fiction." Another Twitter user posted, "Just read William is portrayed as the bad one in the new film Escaping the Palace. It sounds bad." A third wrote, "That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. The only positive thing about this is that even more people will get behind the lovely Prince William and gorgeous Catherine." Another tweeted, "What is really scary is that there are people who are going to take Meghan and Harry escaping the palace as fact." The film is set to be released across the pond on September 6 to coincide with Labor Day. It is not the first time that Harry and Meghan's lives have been reimagined for the silver screen, and two movies were previously released in 2018 and 2019. Meghan Markle could have her sights set on Oprah Winfrey to star in a new Netflix project that the Duchess of Sussex has been hired to produce, according to royal expert Neil Sean. Meghan Markle's new Netflix animation series Pearl will follow the story of a girl exploring famous women in history and could star Oprah Winfrey in a voiceover role, according to royal expert Neil Sean. Speaking to his news bulletin show, Mr. Sean suggested whether Oprah's presence can really bring that shine to Pearl for the Duchess of Sussex, as he claimed Oprah may not be such a hit outside of America. The series, which does not have a release date, will see Meghan take the role of executive producer alongside David Furnish, filmmaker, and husband to the Sussexes' close friend Sir Elton John. Mr. Sean said, "One of the ideas would be their friend, for now, the chat show's Queen Oprah Winfrey. Now Oprah of course has been a spectacular success herself. She started out not very successfully, built up that billion-dollar empire. Chat show queen, magazine owner, television station manager, all of those things." Mr. Sean added that whether you like Oprah or not, she has made a success of her life. But he claimed how Meghan Markle thinks this would be very good because having the associations with Oprah Winfrey might help sell the Pearl series. But Mr. Sean added that he felt Oprah Winfrey was an unusual choice for such a role, suggesting how outside of America, claiming she is not that well known, adding the chat show star is a bit of a relic of the 80s and early 90s. He slammed, "But of course Meghan wants what Meghan likes, what Meghan gets. And I think that Oprah herself would be very flattered to provide a voiceover." Mr. Sean went on to claim, "It would be really difficult to work out how successful Pearl would be because there are no ratings attached to anything on the streaming platforms." But he concluded by asking whether Oprah can really bring that shine to Pearl for the Duchess of Sussex. She is set to executive produce an animated series for Netflix called Pearl, the couple's foundation Archie announced on July 14. The series will chronicle a young girl's heroic adventure as she learns to step into her power and finds inspiration from influential women throughout history. Like many girls her age, our heroine Pearl is on a journey of self-discovery as she tries to overcome life's daily challenges. I'm thrilled that Archie Productions, partnered with the powerhouse platform of Netflix, and these incredible producers, will together bring you this new animated series, which celebrates extraordinary women throughout history. David Furnish and I have been eager to bring this special series to light, and I am delighted we are able to announce it today, Meghan said. Filmmaker and husband to the Sussexes' close friend Elton John, David Furnish, is also involved in the venture, with some predicting Elton John may also lend a musical hand to the series. The show's name Pearl stems from Meghan's own name, but in the Greek language, Meghan comes from the shortening of the name Margaret, which finds its origins in the Greek word for pearl, margarites. The spelling of the name, whether it is Meghan, Meghan, or Meghan, all have their origins from the Greek word for pearl. Pearl will be the first animated series to come out of the Sussexes' production company Archie Productions. There is currently no release date. Meghan Casey, Netflix's director of original animation, said, "We are excited to develop this animated series with our partners at Archie Productions and Story Syndicate." Meghan Markle does not seem to forget her omission from the guest list of Barack Obama's birthday party, as she has reportedly changed her plans of casting former First Lady Michelle Obama in her new animated series. Michelle Obama was one that Meghan Markle wanted to sign up, but the plan went through the pan when they didn't get an invite to that spectacular 60th birthday for the former president. Meghan and Harry have been enjoying financially independent life in Montecito since their bombshell decision to step down as senior working members of the royal family. The Duchess of Sussex, according to news reports, is casting her eyes around to see who else she could really connect with, and one of the ideas would be their friend for now, loosely speaking, the chat show's Queen Oprah Winfrey. Meghan Markle's alleged plans of casting former First Lady Michelle Obama in her new animated series have reportedly gone through the pan, after the Sussexes were omitted from the guest list of Barack Obama's birthday party. A royal commentator has claimed that the Duchess is keen to include big voiceover names for her upcoming project, and has now turned her attention to the couple's friend and neighbor, Oprah Winfrey. Royal commentator Neil Sean claimed, "What they really hope to do is get big voiceover names." Now Michelle Obama was one that Meghan Markle was very keen to sign up, but that went through the pan when they didn't get an invite to that spectacular 60th birthday for the former president. "I'm not saying Michelle's now on the back burner, but let's put it this way, the present hasn't been delivered yet, and I kid you not. Now they're casting their eyes around to see who else they could really connect with, and one of the ideas would be their friend for now, loosely speaking, the chat show's Queen Oprah Winfrey." Barack Obama celebrated his milestone birthday on August 4, with a star-studded bash at his property in Martha's Vineyard. Despite the former president scaling back the party due to surging cases of the COVID-19 Delta variant, a number of high-profile figures descended upon the Obama mansions for the summer soiree. Guests included Beyoncé, director Steven Spielberg, John Legend, and Alicia Keys. Since relocating to LA, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have moved in similar social circles to the Obamas, and share a friendship with the U.S. chat show host Oprah Winfrey. Michelle Obama also voiced her support for the Duchess after their explosive interview with Oprah, praising her for speaking openly about her mental health. Prince Harry and Meghan are currently establishing their non-profit foundation Archie, which is aimed at tackling issues of female empowerment, gender equality and mental health. It is believed that they have taken inspiration from the Obama Foundation, which is focused on community leadership and giving opportunities to disadvantaged children. Royal commentators such as Angela Levin have speculated that the invite snub would have been a blow to the Sussexes. The Sussexes have also signed a multi-million-pound deal with streaming giants Netflix and Spotify, which will see them produce a range of informative and uplifting content. Meghan recently announced her first project with Netflix, an animated children's series which she will executive produce. The series will follow a 12-year-old girl named Pearl, as she embarks on a series of heroic adventures where she will interact with influential women throughout history. Alongside Meghan, David Furnish, the husband of close family friend Elton John, will also executive produce the series, which is likely to be released on Netflix in late 2022. Royal author Andrew Loney says the royal family are in a soft regency period and Prince William and Kate Middleton are stepping up in their position. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have been given a higher role in the royal family due to their popularity, a royal author has claimed. William and Kate are expected to return to royal duties later this week after spending the summer holidays with their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. And with the Queen, 95, appearing to scale down the number of engagements in her diary, William and Kate are stepping up, according to Andrew Loney, the author of several historical books on the royals. He said, "We're in a period of what can be called a soft regency, in effect the Queen is standing back, not doing many roles. The roles that she is doing are being accompanied by Prince Charles, everyone is being prepared for Charles and Camilla. As a result, William and Kate, who seem to be very popular, are stepping into the position that Charles and Camilla had. Because they are, I would say, almost more popular than Charles and Camilla, they've probably been given a higher role." William and Kate are expected to return to London this week ready for the start of the new school year. Prince George and Princess Charlotte attend Thomas's School in Battersea while Prince Louis is a pupil at Wilcox Nursery in Kensington. And it will be back to work for Prince William on Thursday when he will mark Emergency Services Day. He will pay a visit to Dockhead Fire Station in South London, where he will meet emergency responders as well as members of the public, who have been lucky enough to receive life-saving support. Later that afternoon, he will hold a meeting at Kensington Palace about suicide prevention within the emergency services community. The meeting takes place ahead of World Suicide Prevention Day on Friday, September 10th. It comes after reports have suggested that William and Kate are seriously considering moving to Windsor to be closer to the Queen and royal decision-making. Currently, the Cambridges divide their time between their London base of Kensington Palace, where they have their offices, and their country residence of Anmer Hall, in Norfolk, close to the Queen's Sandringham estate. But now with the older two kids at school in London, it means Anmer Hall is a long way to go at weekends. A source said, Anmer Hall made sense while William was a helicopter pilot in East Anglia and it was useful for Christmases at Sandringham, but it doesn't really work anymore. It's a little too far away for weekends, but Windsor is a perfect compromise. They are eyeing up options in the area. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle and Harry should be reprimanded for destroying the public perception of the British royal family, according to a US Republican. The Duchess of Sussex and Prince Harry rocked the foundations of the House of Windsor, after making a string of revelations about life as royal family members, during an interview with Oprah Winfrey in March. Meghan, 40, revealed she had been left feeling suicidal and had her requests for help to address her mental health issues ignored by palace courtiers. She and Harry also alleged members of the family had expressed concerns about how dark the color of Archie's skin would be, while she was pregnant with her first baby. The couple's frank admissions caused both shock and controversy around the world, with many experts fearing that the royal family's reputation had been irretrievably damaged. A US Republican told Express.co.uk that he feared the Sussexes had inflicted serious reputational damage on the royal family. Anthony Sabatini, a state representative from Florida, said, "I think she is a disgrace. As a whole, I think she has done more to harm and destroy public perception of what was a noble and well-respected institution in Western civilization, the royal family." Prince Harry's latest appearance at the 2021 GQ Men of the Year Awards sparked concern in royal fans who said the Duke looked out of it. Prince Harry, 36, delivered a speech blaming masses of misinformation for vaccine hesitancy and calling for jabs to be given to poorer countries. The Duke of Sussex made a surprise virtual appearance at the star-studded ceremony. But royal commentator Molly Mulshine questioned Harry's appearance as she claimed he looked tired. Ms. Mulshine said, "I thought he looked a little out of it in his video." Commentator Christina Garibaldi added, "He did look a little tired. They do have a newborn, so maybe he's just not getting much sleep." Ms. Mulshine continued, "His post-true was not great, little bit of a wrinkled shirt. It looked like my dad's tuxedo, which is from a yard sale. But like you said, newborn, 2 kids, it's rough over there in Montecito. He just seemed a little tired." Her comments come after Nigel Farage claimed there is a lack of interest in Harry's upcoming memoir. Speaking on GB News, Mr. Farage said, "It's done some damage, but I do sense a change. The polls recently, when people were asked about whether they were interested in buying or reading the new book, a vast majority were utterly and completely disinterested. I think that's where we're going with it. Most people I know don't want to hear another word from them ever again. Ultimately, they are discrediting themselves. They are doing it rapidly in this country. It's beginning to happen in the USA as well, where they're nowhere near as popular as they were before. Short term they've hurt the monarchy. Longer term I don't think they're going to make any difference." His comments come as the royal couple were left off Barack Obama's birthday party guest list last month, a move which the royals won't get over, royal expert Angela Levin has claimed. Camilla Tominey, associate editor of The Telegraph, has claimed the Sussexes' interview with Oprah Winfrey has not gone down well with the former U.S. President and First Lady, who always put family first. Meanwhile, Prince Harry and Prince William always seemed to have a healthy relationship, but tensions began to grow once Harry started dating Meghan Markle. Finding Freedom, the unofficial biography by Omid Scobie and Caroline Durand, details the eventual showdown between the brothers. The poop really hit the royal fan around the time the couple announced their engagement. "Are you sure about this?" William asked Harry. Those 5 words lit a fire under Harry, who had become increasingly frustrated being in William and wife Kate's shadow. Excerpts from the book have revealed that Harry wanted out of the royal family more than Meghan. Long before Meghan he wanted to change things, said one source, according to a source. He wanted to control his own narrative. He would say, "Why can't we use social media or record videos and cut out the press?" Enter Ms. Markle, who was already a pro at promotion, thanks to her former career as an actress and blogger and presence on social media. Really damaging things were said and done leading up to the Sussexes' wedding, and the distance between Harry and William only widened more. By 2019, the brothers' relationship had hit rock bottom, with Harry revealing in a documentary that they were certainly on different paths. Before meeting Meghan, Harry had reportedly felt awkward as A+1, with his brother and sister-in-law, according to the book. His relationship with Meghan gave him the newfound confidence to make a change. The Sussexes reportedly felt pushed out by the Cambridges, and their wildly different approaches to the media may have been the final nail in the proverbial coffin. William and Kate were happy maintaining the palace's never complain, never explain mantra, but Harry and Meghan reacted and engaged with every headline. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle warned by a U.S. royal correspondent that their popularity in the States is waning in a dramatic way after their recent attacks on the monarchy. Accordingly, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are losing their popular status in America after royal fans realize that many of their accusations against the royal family were incredibly dishonest. A royal correspondent from the US said that the popularity of the Sussexes is split by age and demographic, with the older generation gravitating away from the couple since their explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey. Speaking to GB News, royal expert Kinsey Schofield said, "They're causing a lot of trouble, not only over there but over here too. While I would have told you after the Oprah interview that the support for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex was huge, I will say over the last few months, people are starting to see that not all of those accusations were correct. Some of them were incredibly dishonest, and I think that their popularity is waning in a dramatic way. It is still an issue of age and demographic. Younger people still clamor to them, and it's really still the older people who are focused on common sense, that do understand tradition and are aware of their history, that is starting to think that perhaps the Duke and Duchess don't have the best intentions when it comes to their relationship with the royal family. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have hit an all-time low in a British poll ranking their popularity as royals, but Prince Andrew is still the least favourite royal. The poll by YouGov showed that British citizens' opinions of the royal couple continue to take a downward turn since their controversial interview with Oprah Winfrey in March. Positive opinion of Prince Harry was 43% in April, a month after the tell-all, but it has fallen by 9 points to 34% in the recent poll. Meghan has also seen a steady decline in her popularity this year, as her positive opinion was at 30% in March, 29% in April, and has dropped to a further 3 points to 26% now. When it comes to negative opinions, Prince Harry was at 59% while his wife was at 65%. According to YouGov, in addition to their tell-all chat with Winfrey, their poor responses to their statements surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic and the withdrawal from Afghanistan also played a role in the sharp decline in their popularity. Some Twitter users said that the couple's positions in the poll are pointless as they have already quit their royal duties and established financially independent lives in the United States instead. However, others said that the poll indicates they are fading away from the public eye. One wrote, "The more Harry and Meghan whined about their overprivileged life in multi-million mansion and virtue signaled, the more they turned people off. They're completely tone-deaf and out of touch with reality," while another commented, "They absolutely truly deserve it. Their favorability ratings must be in minus until they apologize to the royals." Many royal fans were angry at the couple for attacking the royal institution and speaking publicly of their rift with the royal family, particularly whilst the Duke of Edinburgh was gravely ill in hospital. Many of the accusations were questioned by the public, including Meghan's claim that they had been married by the Archbishop of Canterbury 3 days ahead of their wedding, and that they had been financially cut off from the royal family. The Duke of Sussex has come under criticism in recent weeks for taking a private jet to Aspen, Colorado to participate in a polo match. This is despite the couple's pleas on climate change and their commitment through the foundation Archie to improving the environment and sustainability. Meghan Markle is sometimes motherly towards her husband Prince Harry, a royal author claimed, because the Duke has an air of vulnerability about him. Harry and Meghan reportedly wish to return to the UK soon, which would be Meghan's first trip back since they quit the royal family, and their trip could even be in the next few weeks. They are reportedly planning to have Lilibet, their baby daughter named after the Queen, christened at Windsor Castle. Her Majesty has never met 4-month-old Lily. While Harry now stars in the spotlight with his instinctive charm and gentle mischief-making, in his 20s and early 30s, a royal author noted he was not always the life and soul of the party. Angela Levin is the author of the book Harry, Conversations with the Prince. She claimed a young Harry needed lots of reassurance and understanding in his early days at nursery, and he found the first few weeks quite traumatic. Ms. Levin explained Princess Diana would plot her royal duties around her motherly ones and would drive her sons to and from school whenever possible. She added that, even to this day, Harry sometimes seems vulnerable or sad, which is perhaps why Meghan shows her motherly side around him. She said, unlike William Harry, needed lots of reassurance and understanding. Even today he sometimes has an air of vulnerability and sadness. It's part of what has endeared him to so many people of all ages and types around the world, and perhaps why Meghan Markle sometimes feels the need to be motherly towards him. Growing up, Harry's older brother Prince William was much more of an extrovert, earning himself the nickname Basher and quite the reputation to go with it. Ms. Levin explained William's natural exuberance and confidence helped him settle in like a duck to water. Basher once threatened a classmate, according to Ms. Levin, with the words, "I will send my knights to kill you when I am king." In stark contrast, Harry would often refuse to join in with playground games and would, on occasion, stand alone for the entire 10-minute break, and if another child came up to him and pulled at his clothes, he would start crying. Besides, Take That singer Gary Barlow revealed to Meghan Markle the little-known fact about her husband Prince Harry while the royal pair were attending the Royal Variety performance / Take That star Gary Barlow let slip a secret about Prince Harry to Meghan Markle, and she thought it was a joke. The Duchess of Sussex was attending the 2018 Royal Variety performance with husband Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, when the singer made the revelation. It was Meghan's first time at the annual show, and the former actress, who was pregnant with Archie, had the pleasure of greeting performers. Take That were on the bill, and the royal couple were filmed chatting to singers Gary Barlow, Mark Owen and Howard Donald as they arrived at the London Palladium for the star-studded event. Harry was seen chatting to the group about how long they've been in the business, marveling at the fact the band was formed 30 years ago. Gary then turned towards Meghan and said, "He's been on one of our records." Meghan smiled and touched her hair nervously before throwing her head back and laughing as though she didn't know whether the former X Factor judge was joking or not. Noticing she didn't believe him, Gary added, "We're serious," and her husband Prince Harry chipped in, saying, "In Jamaica, wasn't it?" He added, "In my chat with him he said if you really want the Queen to like this, find people, go and travel and find people." Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may have attained the privacy they wanted thanks to Megxit, but one royal commentator pointed out that they have actually isolated themselves now more than ever and trapped themselves with the pressure to do good. They announced they were stepping back from the royal family last year, and moved across the Atlantic in a bid to do things their way. But as of late, things don't seem to be going well for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Last week, former GMB presenter Piers Morgan was cleared by Ofcom after Meghan complained over his comments about not believing her claims during the infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey. During the interview, she accused an unnamed royal of being racist and said her cries for mental health help went unanswered. Meghan, who hinted to Oprah that she had been silenced by the royals and also defended her right to speak freely against her in-laws, received a huge backlash and was branded a hypocrite, with Piers gloating, "A resounding victory for free speech and a resounding defeat for Princess Pinocchios." Meanwhile, Harry faced criticism last week too. Speaking to the crowd at the GQ Awards via video link, he called out the media and social media users for spreading misinformation about COVID vaccines. Meanwhile, his brother Prince William earned praise by stepping in to help an Afghan officer he knew from Sandhurst get himself and his family to safety. Critics were quick to point out that Harry, who served in the military for 10 years and spent time in Afghanistan, had simply issued a joint statement with his wife to say they were speechless over the crisis. One commenter wrote, "William actually helping a cadet he met at Sandhurst get out of Afghanistan. Harry in black tie lecturing Brits about vaccination sharing and still whinging about the press." However, royal expert Duncan Larkham said the couple's decisions and plans have backfired. As their popularity dwindles, so do their plans to do good, and thus far, they have only received criticism. If freedom is being able to say what you want, when you want, to whoever you choose to speak to, then Harry has found a degree of freedom. But if freedom is having goodwill behind you to live in peace, being able to live life as you want it, or being at peace with the people you've rode with, then freedom has not been achieved, he said according to Closer magazine. It's backfired. Harry and Meghan seem to have totally isolated themselves, they're more trapped than ever in this new life they've created, he added. Furthermore, the commentator also shared his apprehensions on the couple's deals with Netflix and Spotify. He said it would only cause them the ultimate humiliation if the audiences do not like what they deliver and thus, they do not get another contract renewal. As royals, the couple had the luxury of financial security but with stringent work schedules. Stepping away has allowed them to pick and choose work projects, and as a result, Harry and Meghan have signed multi-million-pound deals with Netflix, Spotify and Apple TV. They've also made money from speaking out against the royals, with Harry's deal with Penguin Random House to write a tell-all memoir, due to be released next year and anticipated to make more bombshell claims against his family, thought to earn them £29 million. Duncan says, with these deals, there's tremendous pressure on Harry and Meghan to deliver and make a success of their life in America. They've caused such an uproar, for both the royal family and in the media. that they don't really have the option of failing. It would be the ultimate humiliation. If Netflix aren't happy and the production doesn't get the audiences that they're expecting, they won't give them another contract. They've entered a commercial world and it's cutthroat. In addition, Duncan also pointed out that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have so far only fueled their rift with the royals after their Oprah interview. Even more explosive and potentially damaging revelations are expected to come out in the Duke's tell-all memoir next year. Duncan says, Harry's spectacular fallout with his family has been heartbreaking to watch. He clearly has a lot of anger and bitterness that has built up over the years from his time in the royal family. He's going through therapy, but the best way to heal is to make amends with loved ones. All he seems to have done is to damage his relationship with his family, and the book he has coming out next year certainly risks him being cut off for good, so I don't think he'll be able to feel free and at peace if that happens. Meghan Markle is claimed to not be heading to the UK anytime soon after rumours the royal couples could return to christen Lilibet Diana. Meghan Markle, 40, and Prince Harry, 36, plan to introduce Lilibet Diana to the Queen later this year, The Sun reported. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex reportedly asked the monarch to meet with plans to host a christening for their 4-month-old. But royal commentator Christina Garibaldi does not think Meghan is heading over anytime soon. Speaking on Us Weekly's Royally Us podcast, Ms. Garibaldi said, I don't think Meghan is really going to be heading over there anytime soon. I think they're going to keep everything pretty private. Who knows, they may have even done the christening because we haven't seen any photos or Meghan at all. Co-host Molly Mulshine added, also Jonathan Saccardotti alluded last week to their claim that their wedding was held 3 days before the wedding with the Archbishop of Canterbury. The Archbishop said that didn't happen and he's head of the Church of England. That does make it a little awkward, I think. Coming over to have her christened in the Church of England. Her comments come after Meghan said nobody knew that the couple shared personal vows for just the two of us ahead of their eagerly anticipated wedding day in Windsor on May 19, 2018. It was thought it could not have been a legal ceremony as it lacked witnesses and a registered venue, and was instead likely to have been an informal exchange of vows. The Archbishop of Canterbury has since addressed for the first time the remark made by the Duchess of Sussex that she got married 3 days before her grand royal wedding. In an interview with La Repubblica, Mr. Welby was asked about what happened and he said the legal wedding was on the Saturday, adding, but I won't say what happened at any other meetings. The Archbishop told the Italian newspaper, if any of you ever talk to a priest, you expect them to keep that talk confidential. It doesn't matter who I'm talking to. I had a number of private and pastoral meetings with the Duke and Duchess before the wedding. The legal wedding was on the Saturday. I signed the wedding certificate, which is a legal document, and I would have committed a serious criminal offense if I signed it knowing it was false. During the interview, Meghan told Winfrey, 3 days before our wedding we got married. No one knows that, but we called the Archbishop and we just said, look, this thing, this spectacle, is for the world, but we want our union between us. She said the vows they have framed are just the two of us in our backyard with the Archbishop of Canterbury. Both Harry and Meghan said it was just the three of us. It is now being reported that the Sussexes want their daughter Lilibet also to be baptized at St. George's Chapel, like Archie. While the family moved to California last year to start a new life away from royal life, Meghan and Harry appear to want Lilibet to have a royal baptism in the UK. The news of the baptism plans comes as it has been announced that Harry is to publish his memoirs, which has reportedly led to royals worrying over what new allegations that could be made. Harry and Meghan have been critical of the royal family in interviews they have made to American media, which have included the Prince of Sussex saying that he knew from his early 20s that royal life was not the path he wanted to follow. That royal life was not the path he wanted to follow. That royal life was not the path he wanted to follow. That royal life was not the path he wanted to follow. That royal life was not the path he wanted to follow. That royal life was not the path he wanted to follow. That royal life was not the path